Subscribe to LearnCap and hit the bell icon to get notified.
And a very warm good morning to one and all. Are you ready? Today, we are discussing the sixth chapter. The sixth chapter is called the project management. Project management, that is CPM and PERT. Project management, the chapter consists of two parts. One is critical path method, and the other one is program evaluation review technique. So it's having two areas. One is critical path, and the other one is program evaluation review technique. So far as your exam is considered, whenever they're asking a question from this chapter, there is a possibility that they may ask a question or they may not ask a question. If they're asking a question, it will be 10 mark. So if you study this chapter, you will get 10 mark, which having a 50 percentage probability. So the weightage you are getting, the expected weightage which you are getting is 5 mark. And if it is a 10 mark question which is asking, you can score this 10 mark very easily. The chapter which I divided into three areas. One is critical path method, that what we are going to discuss here. The second one is program evaluation review technique. And the third area, which is there are four diagrams which is given. Actually, it's a diagram related to the PERT, and if you study these four diagrams, there is high possibility that any one of these questions can come your exam. So if you focus in this area, definitely you will get 10 marks. And today we are planning to discuss three questions in this webinar. The first one is a very simple question, and the second two are computing earliest starting time, earliest finishing time, latest starting time, and latest finishing time. Then you have to find out total float. That is what we are going to discuss here in today's webinar. So you will be an expert in that area. People find some difficulty in that area for drawing the diagram and finding the computation. It will take a lot of time for some people, but I have made some techniques so that you will be able to do these questions very fastly, approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Once you become an expert, you will be able to do. But the reality, the one of the funny factor is that we are teaching some of the very toughest question. But for your exam, the question which we are discussing, that the first question itself which we are discussing is a very simple question that could come in your exam. That is one of the funny things. If it happen, that is a lucky thing actually. Now, we are talking about project management. The project management, let's talk about some projects. You want to construct an house, a dam is to be made, a building is to be made, a bridge has to be constructed. All these are projects. Now, if you are expert in doing some of the work, you know how much time it required, you know how much cost it is required, and if we are repeatedly doing some projects, then we are using critical path method. What is the term? Tell me, my dear friends. If we are repeatedly doing some project, then we are using critical path method, because you know how much cost it will be and you know how much time it will be. You know the time to construct the foundation of a building, which will take 2 weeks. If you know that very well, we will use what? Tell me, critical path method. And if it is new, you want to construct a new bridge and you don't have any idea how much time it will take, then there will be three time estimates will be considered. One is optimistic time. That means this is the fastest time. Fastest time means we will be able to finish the project within 20 weeks if everything is going perfect. Everything is going perfect. No delay, no legal issue, no people are not creating any issue. Raw material is available, fund is available, everything is perfectly going. Then we will be able to finish the construction of the bridge in 20 weeks. And there is something called the pessimistic time. If there is a lot of issues, lot of problem, everyone is against you, you don't have fund, you don't have resources, so every issue you are facing, then it will take 50 weeks. That is the maximum time. Then on an average it may take around 25 days. Then we have three time estimates. Based on these time estimates, we will compute an expected time. Expected time is computed by a formula: optimistic plus pessimistic plus 4 times most likely divided by 6. Then based upon this expected time, based upon this estimated, this expected time, we are computing what is the duration of the project, how much time it will take, and what is the standard deviation. It may, the project may not be completed within that time. What is the probability that the project will be completed within 45 days, project will not be completed within 45 days. Such kind of calculations are done over there if it is a new project, where we are using a method called PERT. PERT is called Program Evaluation Review Technique. That is not discussing here. We are discussing what critical path today. Are you okay, my dear students? So what we are discussing today, we are discussing critical path today. Okay. Now, are you okay, my dear students? Please be interactive. Let's have to be interactive. You have to give me comments. Then only it will work. Okay. Now, suppose you are think about a scenario. You are going to construct a house. Tell me, my dear friends. Please use your comment box. Tell me, my dear students, what is the first step you are supposed to be done? What is the first step you are supposed to be done? You are going to construct a house. What is the first step you are supposed to be done? We have to clear the land. It's called landscaping. Then after the landscaping is done, then we have to construct the foundation for the house. Once you create the foundation for the house, the next step is we have to construct the wall. Then what else? Slowly we are started constructing the wall. In between, the doors have been put. Electricity work is done. Then the cementing work is done. Slowly the painting job is done. Okay, it's like that. There is a lot of step. There are some jobs which has to be done one after another. So that is something called project management. Are you comfortable, my dear students? Now, in order to understand, I'm going to give you a very simple, a funny example to understand the concept. The example is making an omelette. Example is that making an omelette. This is the omelette. Okay. Now, if you want to make an omelette, there are different steps. One is cutting onion. The onion has to be cutted. Onion cutting onion is the one step. Then there is another step called cutting chili. Chili has to be cutted. Cutting chili. Then the third is, please understand, this is the very basic fundamental stuff related to the project management. Cutting chili. Then the C, step C, which we can say that breaking the egg. Egg has to be breaked. Then there is some salt has to be added, and salt has to be added, which is supposed to be mixed. It's called mixing. Step D is called mixing. Then there is something called fry pan has to be heated. Fry pan heating. Fry pan has to be heated. Fry pan heating. Then after fry pan heating, you have to apply some oil. You have to apply oiling. Oiling has to be applied. Then what the item, the mixed item which you are supposed to be poured into the fry pan. Then what we should do, we have to flip it into, that means the omelette has to be flipped, and the last step it has to be EFHI J. The last step it has to be served. So these are the 10 steps. It's making an omelette. It is not an easy task. Now making an omelette, it is a 10-step process. You got, my dear students? Making an omelette is a 10-step process right now. Now I will give you how to make. Now, look at here. Step A is talking about cutting onion, cutting chili, then breaking the egg. Now, I'm asking a question. Which has to be done first? Is it cutting onion has to be done first, cutting chili has to be done first, or breaking egg has to be done first? You can do anything. You can start with the cutting onion. This could be the first step, or you can start with the cutting chili. This could be the first step, or you can start with the breaking the egg. This could be the first step. Are you okay, my dear students? Tell me, my dear students, are you getting it? But the mixing has to be done only after finishing, because for mixing you need onion pieces, you need chili, the cut chili which you need, the broken egg which is required, right? So only after finishing A, B, C, you can start the step called mixing. Now, the fry pan heating. Fry pan heating also is a different steps which we can start at the other side. So after the fry pan is heating, we are just pouring the oil. We are just pouring the oil. Actually, it is supposed to be F, but F is missed. So I want to correct everything. So I'm not correcting it. Please understand that there is no F. Heating the fry pan, we are just oiled. And what we have done after oiling, EFG, after oiling, the mixed item is just pouring into the fry pan. So oil has to be applied, the mixing has to be done. Both has to be done. Please understand that. If you want to pour the mixture, the onion, chili, and the broken egg are mixed, they are applied with some salt, and they are mixed, and they are supposed to be poured into the fry pan. So this has to be done only after applying oil and after the mixing. So these two steps must be done before the step H. So once you poured, so it will half baked. So once it is half baked, we have to flip into, that means we have to turn into, we have to flip it. And after flipping it, finally, the last step, we have to serve it. This is a great project of making an omelette. Hope you got a basic idea. Now, look at here. The step H has to be done only after doing step D and only after doing step G. You got idea? A, B, C, K, or E any of these can be done in the first step, but D can be done only after doing A. D can be done only after doing B. D can be done only after doing C. So A is called the predecessor. That means just before. Your predecessor was your father, and your successor is your son. Think about that way. So D's predecessor, that means just before D, it is A. D's predecessor is B. D's predecessor is C. So D has three predecessor. How many predecessor? Three predecessor. G has one predecessor. It is E. But after G, it is going to H. It's called successor. It's called what? Tell me. Successor. From D, it is going to H. It is called the successor. The successor of A is D. Successor of B is D. Successor of C is also D. Okay, here D and G are joining to the H, joining to the H, and after H it is going to I, and it is going to G. Now hope you all got a very basic idea how to draw a network diagram. This is the very fundamental stuff to understand the basic concept. So this job has to be done after this job has to be done after that. So, and we are also applying the timing to this, when it has to be started, when it has to be ended. It's like that. Suppose the cutting onion, cutting chili, breaking the egg could be started from the 0th minute itself. It can be started from the 0th minute itself. It can be started from the 0th minute itself. Okay. Now, this is taking a 2-hour process. Let's say 2-minute process. This is a 3-minute process, and this is a 4-minute process. Cutting the onion has to be happen, cutting the chili has to be happen, and breaking the egg has to be happen. So all these should happen. So only after finishing all these three, the job D can be started. So this will be done in the 2nd minute, this will be done in the 3rd minute, but this will be done only in the 4th minute. So you have to wait until the 4th minute. Okay. So this is the starting activity of D. Okay. Like that, the application of time is given in the coming problem. So I given a very basic fundamental concept to understand the project management. Now we will do the real problems. Hope you are all ready. If you are lucky enough, I would like to say, if you are lucky enough, the questions which we are doing here could come to your exam, for 10 mark. We are discussing around 14 different types of questions in this chapter. Maybe if you are lucky, the first question itself can come to your exam. That is a one interesting factor about this chapter. Okay, write down the question. Draw the network diagram. Draw the network diagram to the following activities. Draw the network diagram to the following activities. There are two columns. First one is activity. Second one is time duration. First column activity. Second column, time duration. Time duration, activity 1 to 2, 1 to 2, time duration 2, activity 1 to 3, time duration is 4, activity 1 to 3, time duration is 4, activity 1 to 4, time duration is 3, activity 2 to 5, time duration is 1, activity 3 to 5, time duration is 6, time duration is 6, activity 4 to 6, time duration is 5, activity 5 to 6, the time duration is 7. Hope you all finished the writing. Activity 1 to 2, it is 2, 1 to 3, it is 4, 1 to 4, it is 3, then 2 to 5, it is 3, 3 to 5, it is 6, 4 to 6, it is 5, 5 to 6, it is 6. Now, the activity which is starting from 1, it is 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So it is starting from 1, and from 1 it is 2, 1 it is 3, 1 it is 4. Now what we are going to do, now drawing starting from 1, look at here, from 1 to 2 it is there, 1 to 3 it is there, 1 to 4 it is there. So 1 to 2, this is icon, listen. So this is how we can draw 1 to 2, then 1 to 3 it is there. And what is the time of 1 to 2? Check what is the time of 1 to 2. The time of 1 to 2, it is, the time of 1 to 2, it is 2. Time of 1 to 2, it is 2. Okay, please check the time. That is only one thing. 1 to 2, then 1 to 3. Tell me what is the time of 1 to 3. You can comment. What is the time of 1 to 3? Yeah, the time of 1 to 3, it is 4. Okay, and from 1 to, it is 1 to 2, it is there, it is 1 to 3, it is there, it is 1 to 4, it is there, and then 1 to 4, it is, the time is 3. The time is 3. Now after 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 3 is finished, then it is 2 to 5, 3 to 5. Now look at here, it is 2 to 5 and 3 to 5. So it is 2 to 5, then there is 3 to 5. So 5 is joining from 2 and 5 is joining from 3. So there is common path. There are it is joining from 2 as well as it is connecting with from the 3 itself. So 5, it is, it have a connection from 2, it have a connection from 3. So we put 5 in between 2 and 3. So that means this is 5 and the time is 1, time is 6. Then after that what? Until this is it clear? Until this is it clear? Then 2 to 5 is there, 3 to 5 is there. Then lastly 4 to 6 and 5 to 6. So we have 4 to 6 and 5 to 6. We have 4 to 6 and we have 5 to 6. So from the 4, I think the ending value is 6. After 6 nothing is there, so 6 is the ending value. So from 5 it is going to 6 and from 4 it is going to 6. So 6 could be the ending value. It is 4 to 6 and it is 5 to 6. Now apply the time. Now once you finish this, let me know. This is our network diagram. This is our network diagram. Now look at, my dear friends, please have a look at here. Now the roots of the network diagram, it's 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6. This is the one path which is coming here. 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6 is the one path, and it is 2 plus 1 plus 7. The total distance is 10. 2 plus 1 plus 7. The total distance is 10. And there is another path which is 1 to 3. This is 1 to 3, then 3 to 5, 3 to 5, then after 5 it is 6, and the duration is 4 plus 6 plus 7, it is 17. It is 17. 4 plus 6 plus 7, it is 17. And there is one more path which is 146, 146, which is 3 plus 5, which is 8, which is 8. Now tell me, there are three routes. One is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6, and the second one is 1 to 3, 3 to 5 and 5 to 6, and the third one is 146. The first is having a duration of 10, second is having a duration of 17, third is having a duration of 8. Now, my dear friends, please tell me which is having the highest duration. Which is having the highest duration? Please comment. Which is having the highest duration? And tell me what is the duration exactly. The second path is having the highest duration. And what is the time? The second path is having the highest duration. And what is the time? The time is 17. Time is 17. Now, now come back to here. Come back to here. Now, what we used to do, the second path is having the highest duration. If you understood that this is having the second path duration, then we will compute. Here we got 17. This 17 is called critical path. This 17 is called critical path. Now what we are going to do, on this 17 which we marked, this is our critical path, and we are drawing one more line over here in the critical path. So draw another line, draw another line, draw another line over here. So this is something called the critical path of the project. So this is what we have done in the critical path. So this means the duration to finish this project will take 17 days to finish this project. This is the duration of the project. So this is a very simple question. Maybe this question which we have done right now could be tested in your exam for 6 mark or 8 mark. There is a possibility. Is it fine? So once you got a critical path, we have to draw two lanes. It's not a single lane. Critical path has to be marked separately. Now see this, we have put a two lanes over here. This is the critical path. And the duration of the project is 17 days. So we use it to write the critical path is 1356. The critical path is 1356, and the duration of the project is 17 days. Duration of the project is 17 days. If you are lucky enough, this could be enough for to score 8 mark in your exam. Earliest event which we will compute here, don't worry, latest event which will also compute in this today, and this is something you are supposed to write. Please write down, which, because in the next question requires this, write down. Earliest start time of an activity is the earliest time by which it can start. Is the earliest time by which it can start. Suppose there is a house which is supposed to be constructed in 22 days, which is supposed to be constructed in 22 days. Once the cementing job is done, the painting job can be started. The painting job which requires only 3 days. How many days of work painting is having? 3 days work is the painting is having. But the cementing job is done on the 10th day. We can start. Once the cementing job is done, we can start the painting job. So immediately after finishing the cementing job on the 10th day, we can start the painting job on the 10th day. So this 10 is something called the earliest starting time. And if we start on the 10th day, the painting job, which is a 3-day process, which will be finished in the 13th day, which is called the earliest finishing time. Earliest finishing time. If you started early on the 10th day, you have started, it is a 3-day process. Okay. So 10th day you started, it is a 3-day process, 3-day job. So 10 plus 3, it is 13. So painting job will be finished on 13th. It is called the earliest finishing time. But the housewarming of the house is supposed to be done in the 22nd day. So this is the latest finishing time. It should be done on the 22nd. Even if the painting job is finishing on the 22nd, not an issue, because the housewarming on the 22nd day, and we can extend up to 22. If the painting is done on the 22nd day, no issue, nothing will affect. But if painting is happened on the 22nd day, and when it is supposed to be started, the painting is only 3 days job. It is 22 minus 3. What is 22 minus 3? On the 19th day you can start. On the 19th day you can start the job. This is something called latest starting time. On the 19th day you can start. Suppose your father told me you are supposed to reach home at 6 p.m. What is the time which is given? Your father told me you are supposed to reach home at 6 p.m. The duration from your office to home, it is 30 minutes. What is the duration from your home to office? It is 30 minutes. At what time you are supposed to start the travel? If you start by 5:30, you will reach sharply by 6 o'clock. This is the 6 o'clock is the last time you are supposed to be reached at home. And if you start, it requires 30 minutes to reach your home. If you start 5:30, you will reach your home sharply at the 6 p.m. Same logic. The job has to be finished on 22nd. And how many days which you require? 3 days. So 22 minus 3, 19. Even if you start on the 19th day, there is no issue. This is something called latest starting date. This is something called the latest starting date. So I hope you got a very basic idea about earliest starting date. You will understand it is better once we are finishing the diagrams. Hope you got a very basic idea about earliest starting time. So now write down EST of activity 2 to 3. For next 5 minutes, it's just we have to write a few things. Then we will start a very big problem. Write down the EST of activity 2 to 3. The EST of activity 2 to 3 is E2. Is E2. E2 means earliest event time, which you will compute. Don't worry. The EST of activity 2 to 3 is E2. Next, earliest finishing time. Write down this formula. This means if you started early, you will reach home very early. If you started early, starting time. On the 10th day, the cementing job is started. It takes 3 hour day to finish the cementing job. So 10 plus 3, 13th day, you can finish the cementing job. That is the meaning of EFT. So EFT is equal to EST plus duration. Next, latest finish time. That means your father is telling you you are supposed to reach home at 6 p.m. So you can't go beyond of 6 p.m. That is something called the latest finish time. Right? The latest finish time for an activity, the latest finish time for an activity is the latest time by which an activity can be finished without delaying the completion of the project. Without delaying the completion of the project. Next, latest start time. Latest start time is latest finish time minus duration. Latest finish time minus duration. Latest finish time minus duration. LST. Latest start time means latest finish time minus duration. Latest finish time minus duration. Latest finish time minus duration. And there is something called a total float. How many days you can keep idle? That is the float. How many days rest you can take in between the project? There are two formula. One is LFT minus EFT, and the second one is LST minus EST. Anyway, it is L minus E, FT minus FT, or ST minus ST. So once we finish writing this, we will start with a very big problem, and it contains all that kind of steps. Are you ready? Hope you are all ready to do a very big problem. So it will boost your confidence. It's a gigantic problem. Don't worry. So total float is equal to LFT minus EFT, and or there is one more formula. Any of the formula you can use, or LST minus EST. This is the formula for total float. Now we are doing a very big problem. Are you ready? That is the question. Tell me, my dear friends, are you ready to do a very big problem which covers EST, EFT, LFT, everything which we will cover there. Once you draw the diagram, keep a full page, keep your notebook in the horizontal way. What is that? What keep in the notebook in the horizontal way. So take a complete page for drawing the diagram, and the remaining calculation which we will do in the next page. So use your scale, use your pencil, everything. Now first you write down the question. Write down. A project schedule has the following characteristics. A project schedule has the following characteristics. Activity duration. There are two columns. First column is activity, second column is duration. A project schedule has the following characteristics. First column activity, second column is duration. Second column is duration. Activity 1 to 2, it is 4. 1 to 3, it is 1. 2 to 4, it is 1. 3 to 4, it is 1. 3 to 5, it is 6. 3 to 4, it is 1. 3 to 5 it is 6, 4 to 9 it is 5, 4 to 9 it is 5, then 5 to 6 it is 4, 5 to 6 it is 4, 5 to 7 it is 8, 5 to 7 it is 8, then 6 to 8 it is 1, then 7 to 8 it is 2, and 8 to 10 it is 5, and lastly from the 9 to 10 it is 7. 9 to 10 it is 7. Please write it completely. Now we are going to compute. Okay, question number 1, write on construct a network diagram, but we are not going to compute the network diagram in the early problem. We are doing slightly a different one because we have to get a lot of other answers here. So we are doing slightly different way we are going to compute. So construct the network diagram. That is the first question. Second question, compute earliest and latest time, earliest and latest time for each event is called earliest event time, latest event time. Compute earliest event time, latest event time, earliest and latest time for each event. That is E1, E2, E3, E4, L1, L2, L3 up to L10, E1, E2, E3 up to E10, L1, L2 up to L10. That is called earliest event time, latest event time. Next, find EST, LST, EFT, LFT values of all activities. That is earliest starting time, latest starting time, earliest finishing time, latest finishing time of all activities. This is you are supposed to be find out. Earliest starting time, latest starting time, earliest finishing time, latest finishing time, values of all activities. Next, find critical path and project duration. 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 And you can also add one more question over here. Also find total float. Total float. Total float over here. EST, LST, EFT, LFT, total float. Suppose if this question is happening in your exam, they are supposed to give you at least 10, minimum 10 they're supposed to give you. They can give even up to 16 mark for this question. It could be tested in your exam. So I'm asking you, are you ready? It's a very big question. It's a challenging question. Are you ready to take the challenge? That is my question to you. It's an interesting question. It's a very big question, and we are really going to rock. Are you ready? Now, we are drawing the network diagram first. Okay, take a complete page, keep your notebook in a horizontal position, and we have to draw it. Okay, now tell me, what is our activity from 1 to 2? It is there. 1 to 3 is there. So from 1 there are two things, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 5. It's like that. So let's start from 1 to 2. Now 1 to 2, this is, now we just changed the style of the diagram into a new one. So it's like this. This is the shape of the diagram. On the top it is 1. Here we put two values. We are supposed to fill some values over here. This is something we are supposed to be filled like that. So 1 is here. So on the left side there is a value, on the right side there is a value. You can draw like that. So draw with me. So 1 to 2. So look at here, on the 2, left side it is there, right side it is there. 1 to 2, and it is 1 to 3. So this 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and put the time. 1 to 2 it is 4, and 1 to 3 it is 1. 1 to 3 it is 1. Are you okay? 1 to 2 it is 4, 1 to 3 it is 1. Now what happened after that? Then it is 2 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Let's see how to do this. So 2 to 4 it is there. This is 2 to 4. Then 3 to 4 it is there. See, this is 3 to 4. 2 to 4, 3 to 4. So 4 is a common point. Draw with me. 2 to 4, then it is 3 to 4. Then there is 3 to 5. 3 to 5. This is 3 to 5 and the time is 6. So up to this is okay. 2 to 4 is there, 3 to 4 is there. So 4 is a common point between 2 and 4. It is 2 to 4 and it is 3 to 4. Then it comes 3 to 5. Then it comes 3 to 5. Now what are the next step? Let's see. Uh, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Up to this is done. Next, from 4 to 9. 9 is actually almost in the end. Let's see what we can do on 9. But there is 5 to 6 is there. From 5 it is going to 6. From 5 it is going to 7. Then, okay, let's see how to finish this. Now, until this we have finished. Up to 5 we have finished. Now, it is 5 to 6 is there. So, we are 4 to 9. 9, since 9 there is 4 to 9, it is there already. But 9 is in the end. We don't know where to draw. Let's hold the 4 to 9 for some time. Let's hold the 4 to 9 for some time. Let's wait. So, 5 to 6 is there. 5 to 7 is there, which we have finished. What is the time? One is 4, one is 8. So 5 to 6, which is 4, 5 to 7, which is 8. Now, after that, what? 5 to 6, which we finished, 5 to 7, which we finished. See this? Next is 6 to 8, 7 to 8, 6 to 8, 7 to 8. Then from 8, it is 10, and 9, it is 10. So 6 to 8, 9, 7 to 8, which is there. Now see this 6 to 8. Until this, we have finished 6 to 8. See this 6 to 8 and 7 to 8. This is the time. This is the time. And then what happened from 8 to 10 it is there, and 9 to 10 is also there. So this is the right time to draw 4 to 9, because 4 to 9 which is still not drawn, because 9 is the value which is almost in the end, which is still not drawn. What we have done, 5 to 6 is drawn, 5 to 7 is drawn, 6 to 8 is drawn, 7 to 8 is drawn. Now 4 to 9, 4 to 9, which is supposed to be here, and finally it should be this one, 10, 9 to 10, and it would be 8 to 10, 9 to 10, and 8 to 10. Have you all finished until this? Now, slowly we are filling values into this diagram so that we will be able to find out many calculations very easily. This is a simple technique. So I'm continuing. Now, what I'm going to do, my dear friends, every project is starting on a particular day. So today, what is the date today? Today is, I think, yeah, it is 28th of January. It is 28th of January. Today, if I'm starting constructing of my house, that is the initial date of the construction. I started construction of my house on 28th January, and I finished the construction of house on December 2021 or 31 December 2021. This is normally everyone used to say, but we are not putting any calendar date into the network diagram. So we assume that the starting of every project is on the 0th day. What is that? On the 0th day. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to fill the values on the left side. Are you ready? So every project is going to start on the 0th day. So this project is starting on the 0th day. So now look at here, this is 0. The activity 2 has to be done after finishing this. So this will take 4 hours. 0 plus 4, it will take 4 hours. It will take how many hours? 4 hours. Now this activity 3 has to be started only finishing this. So this is 0 plus 1. This will be 1. This will be 1. Hope you got it. We got it. Now we will fill it automatically. Let's see. So project is starting on the 0th day. 0 plus 4, it is 4. 0 plus 4, it is 4. 4 over here. Now it is 0 plus 1, it is 1 over here. Now here there is a confusion. Now look at here. The activity 4 has to be, the 4 has to be started after completing this 2 to 4 and 3 to 4. So 4 plus 1, this is the one way. 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1, which is 5, and it is 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, which is 2. So which we have to take, whether we have to take 5 or we have to take 2 or we have to take 5 plus 2 divided by 2, the average of these. Any idea? You got idea? Now listen, the logic is the activity 4 can be started only finishing this and this. It will take 5 days to finish this, but it will be get finished in 2 days. But we have to wait until completing both. So if you are computing values to the right side, we will take the highest value. One of the values 2, other value is 5. So we will take the highest value. What is the highest value of 2 and 5? We will take the highest value, which is 5. So here it is 5. Here it is 5. Now next it is 1 plus 6, which is 7. 1 plus 6, which is 7. Next is 7 plus 4, which is 11. 7 plus 4, which is 11. Next is 7 plus 8, which is 15. 7 plus 8, which is 15. 7 plus 8, which is 15. Next tell me here 11 plus 1, which is 12. 11 plus 1, which is 12. And here it is 15 plus 2, which is 17. So which I have to take? Tell me, my dear student, which I have to take? Should I have to take 12 or should I have to take 17? Which I have to take, my dear friends? Is it a 12 or is it a 17? Which I have to take? Yeah, the biggest one I have to take. So it is 17. It is 17. Now this is the last activity. Before finishing the last activity, we have to finish over here. It is 5 plus 5, which is 10. 5 plus 5, which is 10. Now look at here. This is 10 plus 7. 10 plus 7, which is 17. And the other one is 17 plus 5, which is 22. Now which I have to take? Is it 17 plus 5, 22, or it is 10 plus 7, 17? Which I have to take? If you have to take the biggest one, the 22 we have to take. 22 we have to take. So we have finished the left side calculations. Are you all comfortable with the calculation on the left side? If you are comfortable, the calculation on the left side, we will go for the right side. This means the project will be completed on 22nd day. It will not be more than 22nd. It will be done on the 22nd. You got it clear? It will be done on the 22nd. Now, we are just computing the values in the right side. Now this is to be done on the, so what I have done, so I put 22 over here. Just keep, that means the project is ending on 22. We can't extend this further. It has to be finished in 22nd itself. That is the meaning. Now I put 22. Now what I'm going to do, 22 minus 7, 22 minus 7, it is 15. It is 15. Now look at here. From here, you will understand the concept of earliest starting time, earliest finishing time, latest starting time, latest finishing time. Everything you will understand. You can start this activity, you can start this process on the 10th. On the 10th, you can start. This is something called the earliest starting time. This is something called the earliest starting time. If you start on the 10th, it will take 7 days to finish. So 10 plus 7, which is 17. This is something called the earliest finishing time. So your earliest finishing time, which is 17. Earliest finishing time is 10 plus 7, which is 17. And the other way, you are supposed to finish this project latest finishing time. The project is supposed to be finished on 22nd. This is the finishing. That means 9 to 10 means the ending value is in 10. So which is supposed to be finished on 22nd. Supposed to be finished on 22nd. Now, if you want to finish on 22nd, like that, I told you, you are supposed to reach your home at 6 p.m. and the distance from your home to office is 30 minutes. Then at what time you have to start your travel. You are supposed to reach your home at 6 o'clock. Okay, the distance from your home to office or office to home is half an hour. At what time you are supposed to start your journey? It's a half an hour duration. So 6 minus half an hour, it is 5:30. You are supposed to start. Now latest finishing time is the job is to be finished on 22nd and it is a 7 days process. So 22nd minus 7, which is 15. So latest starting time, which is 15. Latest, which is 15. Now in between there is 10. You can start either 10th or you can start on 15. This is the meaning. You can start either 10th or you can start on 15. That means 5 days time which you can sit as idle, 5 days leave you can give to your employee, 5 days idle time. This is something called float. So you can take 5 days rest over here. Nothing will affect your project. That is the meaning of total float. Hope you got this clearly. Now what we have done only first two steps. So 22 minus 7, which is 15. Next is 22 minus 5, which is 17. 22 minus 5, which is 17. Next is 17 minus 2, which is 15. 17 minus 2, which is 15. Next is 17 minus 1, which is 16. Next, 16 minus 4. Please be very careful. 16 minus 4, which is 12. 15 minus 8, which is 7, which I have to give. There are two ways. One is 16 minus 4. 16 minus 4, which is 12. And other one is 15 minus 8. So which should I give? We have to give the lowest. When it is got to the left side, when we are filling the values in the left side, we are taking the maximum values. When we are filling the values in the right side, we are taking the minimum value. Why it is 17? Why it is 17? Why it is not 12? Suppose if you put it is 12, this means the job you can start either on 7 or the job can start on 12. That is the meaning. If you put 12 here, that means the job can be start on either 7 or you can start on 12. Suppose if you start on 12, what happened? 12 plus 8, which is 20. 20 plus 2, which is 22. 22 plus 5, which is 27. The project will be completed on 27. It will not be finished in 22. So you can't take the bigger number. You can take the smaller number. You can take the smaller number. So 15 minus 8, which is 7, and 16 minus 4, which is 12. The lowest number is 7. So we will finish here. We will put 7 is here. Now 15 minus 5, which is 10. 15 minus 5, which is 10. Next is 7 minus 6, which is 1 over here. 7 minus 6, which is 1 over here. 10 minus 1, which is 9. So what you have to put? 10 minus 1, which is 9. 7 minus 6, which is 1. What you have to put? It is 1. So the lowest is 1. So you have to put 1 over here. Next is 10 minus 1, which is 9. 10 minus 1, which is 9. And the lastly, we have this 9 minus 4, which is 5, and 1 minus 1, which is 0. So what we have to do? The lowest. So this is 0. This is 0. Are you comfortable until this? If you are comfortable until this, yeah, if you are comfortable, let's go some analysis over here. It's not analysis. Let's go some observation over here. Now, look at my dear friends. The values, look at here one value is 10, one value is 15. That means the project can be started either on 10th or can be in 15. That means you have 5 days rest you can take. That is the meaning. Here it can be started either on 11 or 16. That means there is a 5-day gap here. Here there is a gap, here there is a gap, but here there is no gap. 22, 22, there is no gap. It's 0. 17 minus 17, there is no gap. 15 minus 15, there is no gap. 7 minus 7, there is no gap. 1 minus 1, there is no gap. 0, 0, there is no gap. So whichever values which are same on the left side and right side will be our critical path. Let's see. Let's check it. That the roots are, look at the roots. Look, the first root is 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. This is the first root. 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. This is the root. This is 4 plus 1 plus. This is our 1. Write on. And this is 5 plus. This is 7. The total duration is 17. Total duration is 17. Write down the durations. On the bottom, you can write the parts are 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. The parts are 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 9, 10, which is 4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7, which is 17. Which is 17. And the next root is, let's see, 1, 3. Look at here. This is 1, 3, 4, 9, 10. So 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7, which is 14. 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7, which is 14. 7 plus 1, it is 14. Next is 1 3 1 3 5 6 8 10 1 3 5 6 8 10. So this is 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus 5, which is 1 plus 6, which is 7, 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 1 it is 12, 12 plus 5, which is 17, which is 17, which is 17. Now next step, 1 3 1 3, this is 1 3 5 7 8 10, and this is having a duration of 22. Among the paths, the path which is the longest is called the critical path. So the longest path is 22. So the longest duration is 22. So longest path is 1 3 5 7 8 10, which is having same value 0 0 1 1 7 7 15 15 17 17 22 22. This is something called the critical path of the project. This is something called the critical path of the project. And I told you one thing, if it is a critical path, what we have to do? What we have to do? Tell me. We have to draw two lines on the critical path. So put one more line. So critical path is marked separately. Critical path is marked separately. So draw the network diagram. Now, by unknowingly, we got some calculated value. By unknowingly, we got some calculated value from this diagram. We got many answers from this picture. Now, actually, there is no questions in our question. We have not written earliest event and the latest event. Okay, earliest event is called E1. So you can write E1 equal to, what is the left side of 1? E1 equal to 0. E2 equal to, which is 4, left side of 2. E3 equal to left side of 1. It is called the earliest event. E3 equal to 1. Next, E4 equal to 5. E5 equal to 7. E6 is equal to left side of 6, 11. E7 is equal to 15. E7 is equal to 15. E7 equal to 15. E8 is equal to E8 is equal to 17. E9 is equal to 10. E10 is equal to 22. This is something called earliest event time. This is something called what? Tell me. Earliest event time. Hope you all comfortable. Next, latest event time. That is the right side. L1 equal to 0. L1 equal to 0. Right side values. L2 equal to 9. L2 equal to 9. L3 equal to 1. L4 equal to 10. L5 equal to 7. L6 is equal to 16. L7 equal to 15. L8 is equal to 17. L9 equal to 15. And L10 is equal to 22. L10 is equal to 22. This is something called latest event time. Now, what was our question? Come back to our question. Question number 1, construct network diagram, which we have done. Question 2, compute earliest and latest time for each event, which we have done. Question 3, compute EST, LST, EFT, LFT values of all activities. That's a very big. And find the critical path. Critical path we already got. We already got the critical path. Okay, now we are going to find out EST, EFT, LFT. We need this diagram. We need these values for computing that. Okay, now you can have a look at here. Now I'm going to write. I'm going to show you a table. Now, so draw a table like this. First column activity. First column activity. First column activity. Second column time. Second column time. Third column EST. Third column EST. Fourth column EFT. EFT. Next column LST. Next column LFT. LFT. Next column total float. Next column total float. Total float. First you finish this, write the timing, activity, time, EST, EFT, LST, LFT, total float. Now, our activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, the time which is already given. Now we are going to find out EST. What is that? EST of activity 1 to 2. I will give you only 3 calculations. Remaining you can do by yourself. EST of activity 1 to 2. I'm going to tell you. What is EST of activity 1 to 2? Look at here. Earliest starting time. EST means what is that? Earliest starting time. Hello, are you all there? EST means earliest starting time. Okay. What is the earliest starting time of? What is the earliest starting time of 1 to 2? Now, my first question. Whenever you are getting a question to compute EST, starting time, earliest starting time. Now tell me the starting point of 1 to 2, is it 1 or is it 2? Please understand that. The starting point of 1 to 2, is it 1? Is it starting from 1 or is it starting from 2? 1 is actually the starting point and 2 is actually the ending point. Please give me reply. Which is the starting point of 1 to 2? 1 to 2. The starting point, is it 1 or is it 2? Tell me, my dear student, which is the starting point? The earliest starting time of activity 1 to 2 means the starting point is 1. Okay, starting point is 1. The starting point of 1 AST 1 to 2, which is 0. So you can start this at 0. Now, similarly, what is the starting point of earliest starting time of 1 to 3? What is the starting point of 1 to 3? Starting point is 1. So take the left side of 1. Take the left side of 1. 1 to 3. The starting point is 1. Take the left side of 1. So left side of 1 is, it is also 0. It is also 0. Now take 2 to 4. Now, what is the starting point of 2 to 4? The starting point of 2 to 4, which is 4. Starting point of 2 to 4, which is 4, which is 4. Now, what is the starting point of 3 to 4? What is the starting point of 3 to 4? Now, look at here. The starting point of 3 to 4, that means it is starting from here. Here it is starting. Now, take a look. It is 1. It is 1 over here. It is 1 is the value over here. So starting point of 3 to 4 means it is 3. So starting value of 3, it is 1. So it is 1. So 3 to 4, it is 1. And what about 3 to 5? Again, the starting point is 3. Again, it is 1. And it is 4 to 9, 5 to 9. Okay. Now, can you fill the remaining values? Can you please fill the remaining values? What is the starting point of 4 to 9? 4 to 9 means that it is starting from 4. So the starting point of 4 to 9, it is the left hand side value of 4. What is the left hand side value of 4? It is 5. So have a look on your picture. It is 5. It is 5. So the remaining calculations which you can do by yourself. Now hope you all understood how to find out the value, how to find out the earliest starting time, how to find out the earliest starting time. Now, if someone is asking you what is the EST of 8 to 10, go to the diagram. What is the EST of 8 to 10? Now tell me 8 to 10, which is starting from 8. So this is the starting point. So 8 to 10, which is 17, and 9 to 10, which is 10. 8 to 10, which is 17. This is the starting time, earliest starting time. This is 17, which is 10. So you can fill the remaining value. 5 to 6, 5 to 7. What is the starting point of 5? It is 7, which is 7, which is 7. And what is 6 to 8? 7 to 8. 6 to 8, 7 to 8. 6 to 8 means starting point is 6. 7 to 8 means starting point is 15. So 6, the starting point, which is 11. 6 to 8 starting point, which is 11. 7 to 8 starting point is 15. So 7 and 15. 7 and 15. Hope it is clear. 7 and 15 is the starting point. Now, is it clear how we computed earliest starting time? Now, my dear friends, you started a job. Please understand. You started a job on the 5th hour. The job is taking, let's assume that you started a job on the 5th hour. The job is taking 3 hours to finish. Then when it will be finished, it is 5 plus 3, 8 hours it will be finished, right? You started a job on the first hour. The time to finish this job is 6 hours. So when it will be finished, it is 1 plus 6 on the 7th hour. This is something called EFT. EFT means EST plus duration. EFT means EST plus duration. So answer is 5 plus 5, which is 10. 7 plus 4, which is 11. 7 plus 8, which is 15. 7 plus 1, which is 8. 15 plus 2, which is 17. 17 plus 5, which is 22. And 10 plus 7, which is 17. 1 plus 1, which is 2. 4 plus 1, it is 5. 1 plus 0, it is 1. 4 plus 0, it is 4. This is something earliest finishing time. Earliest finishing time. Hope it is clear. It is very easy. Actually, I don't want to say that EFT equal to EST plus duration. That is column number 3 plus column number 2. This is the wrong way of teaching. This is the wrong way of teaching. Actually, column number 4 is equal to. Actually, column number 4 is equal to. I would like to say this is the wrong way of teaching. Column number 4 is equal to column number 2 plus column number 3. Column number 4 is equal to column number 2 plus column number 3. This is the wrong way of teaching. But understand the concept. If you started early, it will take 4 hours. You started your journey right now, it will take 4 hours. So 0 plus 4, it is 4. You started your journey on the 7th hour. It is 7 plus 4, it is 11. That is earliest finishing time. Earliest finishing time. Next, please understand that next we are not going to compute LST. We are going to finish LFT first. What we are going to finish? LFT first. Now let's see what is LFT. Now I would like to tell you how I will please go very patiently. Look at here. Take any value in between. Now look at here. I'm not going to take the value from the beginning or from the end. I'm taking in between. Now look at here. What is the LFT of 6 to 8? Now here you are supposed to think LFT means latest finishing time. What is that? Latest finishing time. LFT means latest finishing time. Now I'm asking you a question. What is the LFT of 6 to 8? Okay. Now you have to think in a way that which is the finishing point. Now earlier it was starting point. Starting point was 6. Now we are discussing about the finishing point. So which is the finishing point? The finishing point is 8. So we are supposed to find out, look at into about 8. So 6 to 8. What is the finishing point of 6 to 8? 6 to 8 means it is 8. So look at the right side of 8. What is the right side of 8? Which is 17. Which is what? 17. So LFT of activity 6 to 8. That means 6 to 8. Look at the 8. Take the right hand side value of the 8, which is 17. So LFT of 6 to 8, which is 17. This is the right answer. Now I'm going to finish 7 to 8. 7 to 8 is also right hand side of 8, which is 17. Now 8 to 10. 8 to 10, which is 22. Right side of 10 is 22. Right side of 10 is 22. Now 5 to 7, 5 to 6. Look at the 5 to 7. Come to this picture. 5 to 7. 5 to 7 means ending point. We are going to compute LFT. Ending point is 7. So take the right side of 7. Right side of 7, it is 15. So LFT of 5 to 7, 5 to 7, it is 15 is the right answer. And 5 to 6. Take the right side of 6. Take the right side of 6. What is the right side of 6? Which is 16. Right side of 6 is which is 16. Right side of 6 is which is 16. This is 16. Now 4 to 9. Take the right side of 9. What is the right side of 9? Right side of 9, which is 15. Right side of 9, which is 15. Because we are talking about the finishing time. Now 3 to 5. Take the right side of 5. What is the right side of 5? Right side of 5 is 7. Right side of 5 is right side of 5. Look at here. This is the right side of 5. 3 to 5 means the right side of 5, which is 7. So which is 7. This is 7. And 3 to 4, 2 to 4. The right side of 4. What is the right side of 4? Right side of 4, it is 10. Right side of 4, it is 10. So for these two value, this is 10, this is 10. Now 1 to 3, what is the right side of 3? What is the right side of 3? Right side of 3 is 1 and right side of 2 it is 9. Though this is 1, right side of 2 it is 9. You can have a look on your diagram which you have wrote, which you already wrote the diagram. So you can have a look on the right side. Now LFT. Now my dear friends, okay, your classmate, look at here, your classmate, her classmate's friend as father told her she is supposed to reach home by 9 o'clock. That means the job is supposed to be finished on 9 o'clock and the time for the job is 4 hours. What is the time for the job? The job has to be finished in 9 o'clock and the time for the job is 4 hours. So when she is supposed to start, she is supposed to start a minimum of 9 minus 4, that is she is supposed to start on the 5th hour. So LFT, it is nothing but LFT is equal to LST is equal to LFT minus time, LFT minus duration, or you can say this column is this column. What is this? Column number 1, 2, 3. This is column number 4. This is column number 5. This is column number 6. Okay. So people used to say it is the sixth column minus the second column. That is LST. This is the wrong way of teaching. Actually, this is the wrong way of teaching. I am not interested to entertain this way. Column number 5 is equal to column number 6 minus column number 2. This is a wrong way. Please understand. This job is to be finished on the 9th hour. You are supposed to reach your home by 9 o'clock. The distance from your office to home is 4 hours. So when you are supposed to start, you are supposed to start by 5 o'clock. 5 plus 4, it is 9. You will reach home by sharp 9. That is the meaning. Now, this is 1 minus 1. So LS is equal to 1 minus 1. This column minus this column. This is 0. So this is 10 minus 1. This is 9. This is 10 minus 1. This is 9. This is 7 minus 6, which is 1. This is 15 minus 5. This is 10. This is 16 minus 4, which is 12. This is 15 minus 8, which is 7. This is 17 minus 1, which is 16. This is 17 minus 2, which is 15. This is 22 minus 5, which is 17. This is 22 minus 7, which is 15. This is the latest start time. This is the latest start time. And we have we have something called the total float. Total float. For computing total float, you have two formula. For computing total float, you have two formula. You can use any one of the above, any formula. One is FT minus FT, LFT minus one is LFT minus EFT. This is the one formula, or you can use LST minus EST. Anything you can use. Now take the first one. It is LFT minus EFT. 9 minus 4, which is 5. And if you take LST minus EST, it is 5 minus 0. Again, it is 5. Answer is same. Now, so I'm taking the first one. 9 minus 4, it is 5. 1 minus 1, which is 0. Next is 10 minus 5, which is 5. Next is 10 minus 2, which is 8. Next is 7 minus 7, it is 0. Next is 15 minus 10, which is 5. Next is 16 minus 11, which is 5. Next is 15 minus 15, which is 0. Next is 17 minus 8. What is that? 15. Next is 17 minus 17, which is 0. Next is 22 minus 22, which is 0. Next is 22 minus 17, which is 5. Which is 5. Now we got the total float 5058055501505. Now the total float values are 0 over here. 1 to 3 it is 0. Then 3 to 5 it is 0. 3 to 5 it is 0. 5 to 7 it is 0. And 7 to 8 is 0. 7 to 8 is 0. And 8 to 10 it is also 0. Actually, whenever the total float is 0, that is our critical path. You can have a look. We already find out the critical path from the beginning itself. So 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 10. Check, is that our critical path? Exactly. This is our critical path. You can have a look. You can have a look. The duration is 1 plus and it is 6. 1 plus 6 plus and this is 8. 1 plus 6 plus 8. This is 2 and this is 7. 1 plus 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5, which is 15. 15 plus 6, 21. 21 plus 2, the answer is 22. This is our critical path. If the total float values are 0, they are critical path elements. And if you take 1 to 3, 1 to 3, then 3 to 5, then 5 to 7, then 7 to 8, then 8 to 10, they are our critical path. So this is the end of the question. If they're asking this kind of questions in your exam, I have a argument, I have a view that they are supposed to give minimum 10. It should be more than 10. So hope you all enjoy this. Yeah, one of the Bablu Shoka has commented in the computation of A list starting time of 6 to 8. Yeah, it is not 7, it is 11. Yeah, you're right. It's some typing error. Okay. Actually, it's a concentration error. Okay. Be comfortable with this, my dear friends. Actually, we have done a very big task. See how long a question taken. Do you have a query? And I plan to do 3 questions. Only 2 questions is done. Okay. Thank you.
Students, thank you so much. And Asif sir, thank you very much for giving a fair idea on critical path method. And also, again, on the next Thursday at 6:30 a.m., we are meeting, and sir will be taking you all through the problems of transportation, the transportation problem with Vogel's approximation method. And if you have got fair idea, and if you want to know more, you can just log into the LearnCap portal and understand various concepts, and also get in touch with us if you have any doubts. See you all on next Thursday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Asif sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Subscribe to LearnCap and hit the bell icon to get notified.